Hey everybody, it is Jason here from Circle Star Firearms and Outdoors in beautiful Anderson, Texas, with another great episode, a continuation of last week's where we started talking about New Zealand and the trip I got to go on, and Jake kind of questioned me about the North Island and the little vacation part, and we kind of started leading up into the hunting part of it, and that's what this episode is going to be about. And with me, I have two gentlemen that were actually there. Marcus Poffenberger from Bellevue Meat Market.
Hello.
And Frank Baird from B&B Taxidermy.
Howdy.
Two good friends, also two of the show sponsors. So I got to kind of be nice to them. I can't pick on them too much.
Yeah, don't mess this up.
Yeah.
Although you already did on the first episode.
He's butthurt. We'll talk about that too. and so thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, great to be here.
Man.
Marcus, I love that cologne you're wearing, by the way.
Is it the pecan
sausage?
smoke? The
Sausage?
You're
smoke?
already going to make it weird.
Yeah, I walked in there and walked out. I was in there for 5 minutes.
What's that cologne you're wearing? Sausage. And for everybody listening, thank you all for listening or watching this on YouTube. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. That's how people find out about us. And this episode should be wild because we took our families to New Zealand. If you didn't listen to the first, and this episode will pick up where I guess my family met with your family at the airport, and we hopped a plane over to Queenstown.
Yes, we did. And I'm going to be honest, I vaguely remember that because of all the things that I've tried to squeeze into my brain in those 14 days.
Yeah. Yeah. That a long 14 and a half hour flight, and then a quick hour layover from Auckland, hour and a half.
Well, and then the drama even started before that because my lovely wife, she was playing, I guess, booking agent for everyone.
She did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
She
Give her some
did.
credit. Before you start talking trash, give her some credit.
What did Gary call her? Number 2 or something like that?
Yeah.
She was a number 2.
Number 2
And,
boss.
She, I don't know what happened. I guess they bumped like half of the group to an earlier flight
Oh, yeah.
that y'all were on. So basically everyone got to Queenstown before me and my family.
That's right.
Which wasn't a huge deal.
Yeah,
I
y'all
mean,
weren't too far behind us.
I think we were an hour.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad.
Which, like we said, they let the cool people go first.
Exactly.
That's only fitting.
And you probably could have rode with us if you didn't insist on being in business class.
Business,
But
first class, business class.
Frank will not sit with the peasants.
Yeah.
And we will. And if y'all listened to the last show, Frank was in business class. We got to walk
The
past
one
him
time I've
while
ever
we were-
been lucky in my life.
No, two
the
times.
one time.
There and back. You were there on the way there too, right?
No. Are you kidding me?
I didn't see you.
I know, because I was
way in the
I was
back.
holding your luggage back down there.
Somehow we all put in for
kidding me?
the where you could bid or lottery on whatever on getting the business class, like
Yeah.
the lounge seats up front, and Frank got it.
Yeah, somehow.
I mean,
Somehow.
somehow Kristen was in charge.
Yeah,
And-
weird.
They ended up with first class.
Yeah, and we had to, and they rubbed it in.
Oh yeah.
They went and sat in the lounge, and we couldn't go in.
Yeah.
We got
They
to take
come out-
showers.
they come out with, like, they took showers in the lounge at the
showers
airport.
was ridiculous.
And they walk out with like tea,
Hold on, we're
tea and
getting
scrumpets.
way ahead of the
Okay.
story. We,
All right.
we need to get back on track here. God bless.
Anyways,
So anyhow, we all meet up. We go to Queenstown. None of them waited on us to eat, which was fine. I mean,
Yeah,
you didn't
everybody
know
was
what
you
time
ate
we
on
were
the
going to
plane.
get there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a great lunch.
We did.
I think we
What
had
was-
some crackers.
It was at the Brew. Oh, I don't remember but this place had a huge fireplace and a hearth going, and
Oh, you're talking about the pizza place.
No, it was
No, the
burgers.
first place.
It was burgers.
yeah,
Y'all
like the
sent me a
World
picture.
Beer,
Y'all were
whatever
eating
it was
burgers.
called. It wasn't World Beer, but
World Bar. There was World
World
Bar.
Bar.
World
That's
Bar.
it. That's the very
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
place we ate. And they had the what were y'all drinking that was warm that you got there?
Oh, the tea kettle.
Yeah, she got us a
I
little
got a
kettle
tea
with
kettle.
some kind of passion fruit in there.
'Cause
And
you and my
vodka or
wife
something
didn't-
else.
Yeah.
It's
good. It's good.
I don't remember if Carrie did, but I know y'all got like espresso martinis to start with.
Yep.
that's how
The
they
first round of espresso
the
martinis.
first round of espresso martinis.
Yeah.
Because after that flight,
Weirdly,
you're-
espresso martinis came into play a little bit later that night as well.
well, they continue to.
Multiple.
They plague me.
Yeah, that is your kryptonite.
They really
apparently.
do.
Yeah.
But after a flight that's 14 and a half hours, and then they have their next flight, leg of the flight, and you get there, and it's 11 a.m.
Yeah.
and you
you
if
feel
you want
like
to fight the jet lag,
Yeah.
you're supposed to stay awake as long as
No
possible.
naps.
and we did warn everybody, like, just push through. If
do
you
it.
can all help it, just push through, like, try and try and try. So I think we went luging that day, didn't we?
We did.
Was that the day?
Yeah, y'all
The
talked us up that mountain
downhill
the same day.
luging,
Yeah.
not quite like the Olympic sport,
The kids loved it.
but a lot more fun. Oh, I
Yeah.
did. I loved crashing the
I
kids
was about
out.
to say, I think you pushed me off the track one time, Jason, or something.
That was an accident
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
with everybody.
But no, we just had a great day. We had a great dinner that night. We went to Flame, which if anybody ever goes to New Zealand, I would highly recommend
Queenstown.
Flame. Yeah, and I mean, I think we're gonna skip ahead. I think let's skip ahead.
Yeah, because
Because the girls are gonna come talk about that.
our wives have told us that they're going to do an episode. I don't think we were actually asked. We were told. So because they heard
They need to
the
clean
last
up-
episode, and
yeah.
apparently I left everything out.
They need to clean up all the lies.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we should just hop over to.
Yeah,
I mean, we had some side. There was some fun.
we had some good
side
times.
quests. There was. I'm like.
Went on a walkabout.
Well, yeah, we went on a walkabout with an Irish bachelor party one night. That was fun. What I remember,
Yeah,
yeah, I think we let the girls talk about that part. I mean, they're going to talk about the hunt too, but they can definitely give the details of Queenstown and the family part of it.
I will ask both
shove
of y'all
it in.
this one question, and I may have asked y'all when we were there. I can't remember, but I remember a lot of us the first couple of days, especially in Queenstown. It seemed like everyone was trying to take it in. I mean, what was y'all's initial from someone who never traveled to that part of the world? Was it what you were expecting?
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, the hills getting there. I mean, it was. I'm car sick the whole time, but I'm still appreciating.
That's no
I'm
lie.
still appreciating the mountains.
Yeah.
You know, from the airport over, it was.
Yeah.
From the airport to the hotel was pretty windy to the town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I wasn't ready for that, but other than that, it's just beautiful, clean.
Yeah.
Everything's organized. There's just not a lot of like chaos. There's no like street that's just trash.
yeah,
You know, everything, even the alleys were just nice
it's part of
and comfortable.
their culture. You know, I think some of the Maori culture of kind of, I wouldn't necessarily worshiping the land, but having that be encompassed or so ingrained in their culture to take care, be host to the land, that's actually, you can see it, it's rolled over to the Europeans that are there. And it's a very calm people, very friendly people, but I bet if they saw you throw a wrapper on the ground, you'd probably get your ass
Yeah,
beat.
you get
Yeah.
the haka pole on you real
Yeah.
quick.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, for real. So, and because of that, everybody's just, they take so much pride in their country and they're so
Yeah.
friendly. Definitely not as, that was my first impression, not as extra as we are in America.
right.
Whether it comes to how loud we are or, you know, just are animated, they're much more reserved. That popped out to me.
Reserved, organized, peaceful,
Yeah.
just a tranquil, just moving forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March on. Soldier on. Very English still.
So we spent, was it 2 nights? 3
3
nights?
nights.
3 nights.
3 nights.
2 days, 3 nights.
Yeah, we did 3 nights, 2 days in Queenstown. I will tell this one story because neither one of y'all were privy to this. It was the last night we were there, and me and Wade and his daughter ended up having a few adult beverages a little bit later than everybody, and there was a rugby game on, and it was like just a regular season game, and I legit damn near saw a 75-year-old lady whoop the mess out of another lady because she changed the channel.
They take their rugby serious.
Very
I'm wearing
serious.
We
my-
do
my
not
All
have
Blacks.
sports fans like
Yeah.
that.
My All Blacks hat here. Yeah, they take their
Yeah.
stuff serious. They're passionate.
It was crazy.
And I can't believe, speaking of that, that y'all kept partying.
Oh yeah,
Because-
we partied with them
Because we had an after party, and then
yeah.
I went, because I made lots of friends while I was there. I
Yeah,
had
you
to-
did.
I had to tell friends by.
Well, I think you eventually just had to go take a nappy nap.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, at that point, it was like,
Yeah.
Intermission.
yeah, a 2 a.m. intermission. All right, but enough about Queenstown. What
Yeah.
everybody wants to hear that's listening to this program right now
Yeah.
is about the hunt.
Yep.
All right, so we get in these 2 vans that pull up.
Yeah, with trailers.
old school style, just, they slide up sideways like the 18 van. Get in, get in. Anyways, that's how I'm going to remember it. I choose.
All right, yeah, okay.
And you get in, and they go mock Jesus for 2.5 down the windiest roads.
Yeah.
And the trailer's on back, just like sliding. No, that's not how it was. That's how it was to Marcus because he gets a little motion
I was about to
sickness.
say, you were not looking good when we pulled
I
up
was
to
not.
Gary's.
I sat in the front seat, and I was smart. I put Ash next to me. My son, he's 6. And so I knew he was going to talk to the driver the whole time. So I could just focus on the road and not have to, worry about having a conversation with somebody. And he did the job perfectly. He did not stop asking questions for 2 hours. So
I think that Marcus has just figured it out. Like, he'll never ride the B word ever when he says, I get motion sick. I have to sit up front.
yeah.
Like, everybody feels
No.
sorry. They're like, okay, I'll sit in back. Just volunteer. You don't argue over it.
I really don't get sick. I just,
You
don't ride in the back.
you got
I
the
just play
best
the game.
cover ever.
I play the game.
But even though it's a windy drive, it is an absolutely beautiful drive. You're driving through, Narnia or Lord of the Rings. It was further away from the airport. I know it wasn't that long of a drive. It was beautiful, but
I think it was about 2.5,
yeah,
maybe.
somewhere right in there.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
But you're following these lakes. You're going up this valley, and you come across multiple lakes and these little towns.
And the
edge of
rivers you're
lakes.
going over, and everything's just pristine, crystal clear. And you can, about halfway there, you start looking. You're like, I can hunt this. I can hunt this. And then the terrain starts getting a little steeper.
Yeah, a little bit. Gradually, like the closer you get to Gary's, you kind of turn on a dirt road, and there's about probably a 5 or 10 mile
10 miles,
stretch going to like the main lodge, and it's valley, river, big mountains, big mountains, big mountains.
Yeah, Gary's nestled kind of in a valley, and around it you're
But
looking.
he's right
off-
on the edge
Yeah.
of the
Yes.
mountains.
You're looking off, and you're seeing white caps up way up.
Yeah.
And
There
and
wasn't-
breathtaking. That was my first pulling up to the lodge. Breathtaking.
Yeah, and I was actually expecting a little more snow up on some of the higher mountains, and apparently they just didn't really have the snowfall that.
Yeah, we got there a little early because it's the end of their fall going into winter.
Right.
Yeah, which worked out really good for your plan for your hike that you
Right.
eventually never did.
Never took.
Yeah, never took.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
So-
okay.
Yeah.
He didn't have anybody. He didn't have a dude in a rickshaw pulling him, so he's
I
not
didn't.
gonna do it.
I feel it was. You're assholes.
I mean, the plan was for you to hike. And you had convinced me to go with you.
I was all about it. I was ready to go, and I was told by boss man, "Hey, we don't have weather to do it. We're not doing it."
Is that what he said?
That's not what I heard.
I don't-
at all.
That's pretty much what he said. But I will say, I
wish
walked.
we
I think you
Gary
saw the
here.
mountains
No,
and
whatever.
you changed
Yeah,
your
really?
mind. I think there was some side combo with
Speaking
Gary.
of the two guys that
Yeah.
literally sat in the freaking side by side and was like, I would go with you, but I feel like I would just slow you down.
Yeah. I mean, you're 15 years younger than us. What? 10?
Yeah.
Something like
And
that.
that's for a future story, but that was, I was told by the guys to stay next to the gun.
So because the gun couldn't go up the mountain. Got it.
No, and we never knew which way an animal would come out.
Right. And I had to be there. And be ready. I was the shooter on that
And
trip.
everybody knows it's better to have two sets of eyes than one set of eyes watching.
Yeah.
Got
Two
it.
sets of boots on the mountain.
Yeah. So y'all.
We're getting ahead of the
Yeah.
story. We're getting ahead of the story.
Animals are fixing to die.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyhow, we all get situated in our rooms, and I mean, everything's beautiful, great.
And that first evening we go out spotting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gary.
I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting just to show up, have dinner, relax.
No.
And they're like, no, let's get in the side by side. I want to show you some animals.
Yeah. You're here to.
Well,
here to hunt.
we shot guns. We got the kids mainly. That was it.
Made sure everybody was zeroed, and everybody there did great. Like there was nobody that were like, we got to.
Yeah.
Somebody we got to work with a little bit. Every kid there from even Ash, 6 years old,
yeah.
she just drilled it like all the kids. Laney, Jace, Hunter, Huddy, Avery, every single one made us proud.
Yeah.
And right before you shoot, though, Gary, his operation, they impressed me with, they have a great gun collection. They open these cabinets up, and they bring you over there with your guides that you just met. And they're like, what do you plan on shooting this week?
What would you feel comfortable
What caliber
with?
are you comfortable with? What do you want to shoot? And
want
they just kind of
suppressed? Do you want
spend time with you
unsuppressed?
talking about it.
Yeah.
And you get to pick out your gun. And when you pick out your gun, they put your name on it.
Yep.
That's
And
your
that
gun
is
for the
your
week.
gun.
And that's the one you go shoot there at the target, so you're comfortable with it, and it's very well planned out. Like they
And that's, it's awesome because that is your gun. It's allocated to you throughout the week. You get comfortable with it. And also it has your name on it so the guides don't forget it when you're sitting there shooting. They're like, hey, Jason, as they're reading.
yeah.
I was impressed how all the staff immediately memorized all our names.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
With no name tags.
No.
Because I'll be honest with you, I was struggling a little bit.
I still don't know anybody's names.
I just got a 14-hour plane ride with everybody, and I was still struggling. He is. I will give this to Gary. You can definitely tell he's traveled the world, and he's hunted a lot of different places, and he is
Selected the best parts out of all of them.
I think he has, but he was super organized.
Yeah.
I mean, from the, telling the kids, hey, and he was messing with them obviously, but like when he took them out there to this little skin rack. And was like, this is where we put the naughty kids or whatever. And, there's meat hooks out there.
The freezer.
And, of course, all the kids' eyes kind of widen up.
Because he's got a little bit of that dry sense of humor where he can keep a straight face better than most of us.
Yeah, Gary was great.
Kids are like, oh. And all the kids just fell in love with him.
Yeah, One of the favorite things he told Ash when we first met Ash, I guess he read him pretty well. Again, that's my 6-year-old. He was like, look, Ash, he said, for little good kids, we let them go possum hunting. And if you get to shoot a possum. If you're a bad kid, you don't even get to go. Like it's like, and Ash just kind of looks at him like, I'm gonna have to be good for the rest of the week.
Oh yeah.
And Gary just stares at him, even though
And they're possums.
But he got on that level with Ash real quick and got him. And so Ash was like, I'm gonna behave.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go possum
Oh,
hunting,
they were.
Right.
which was great.
Yeah.
Driving out. So as we're doing the scouting, the terrain was figured out real quick. It wasn't going to be a joke. Like there was definitely some terrain, some hiking, and everything. It was hard for me, and still, even on the last day that we were there, for my brain to actually kind of quantify the distances, the ranges, because I'd look at something. It's so expansive. It's so huge. I'd look at something and I'd be like, all right, we'll just walk over there. And I remember when the first morning hunt.
Oh.
There, we drove about an hour and a half to a separate property, and didn't take us too long to scout a stag that I wanted. And like we were looking through it for quite a while through spotting scopes and everything else, and looking down. And there's a little green patch, and they're like, "Hey, how about we just walk down the green patch? She's not too far from there." I'm like, "Cool." I thought that little green patch was like a 5-minute walk.
yards.
Yeah, like 500 yards. I was wrong. It was steep downhill.
Yeah. About 40 minutes later.
Yeah.
A lot of heavy breathing. I'm holding Jason's jackets. I'm like, do you
No,
want
I'm
to
just
take off some
shedding
other
stuff.
Like, you're just throwing it back to me.
You offered Gary.
I did.
I did.
Well, because
I
I
still
knew.
just dripping wet with sweat.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what was about to happen, but I didn't say anything because I was like, let's see how he does.
Yeah.
And you did well.
Well,
You did really good.
This is a different terrain. And so picture this, you're super steep incline, and it's got waist-high grass.
Some of it was higher than that.
And underneath that grass, it's most of the place is pretty flat, but every once in a while there's a rock. And so you put those together. So the trick is you hold on to the grass, not the pokey plants, the grass, and it can kind of help you get down. But that was my experience the first morning. We finally get to the grassy knoll, and
It couldn't have worked out better.
it was so like Victor and our guides too. We need to mention, and we'll talk about them a lot through here.
Yeah.
But Victor and Henry were my guides for the week, and next level guides. I mean, willing to sacrifice their body, just go above and beyond. So we get there, and they're so experienced, and we come over this little ledge. He's peeking. He's like, "Oh, it's right, 180 yards."
Yeah, it was down in
Right-
like a little
right
valley.
down,
They
yeah.
were just feeding.
And it was perfect. And we get set up. I get set up, and I'm start looking at him, and I can kind of see Victor's shoulders drop. He's like, "Ah."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" And I'm looking at it. It's beautiful to me, and they're so big, they're hard to judge and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's got like 2 points broke off on one of its crowns. And
He wasn't having it.
no, he's like, if it were me, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much spent. Like for the week, I'm
You
thinking.
got your taxidermist with you.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
you know,
This is not a problem.
yeah, he can fix it. He didn't say it, and I was waiting for him
No.
to be like, I could fix it.
It's day one, man.
Yeah.
You don't start pitching that stuff until
Yeah.
like day 4 or 5.
Well-
And I was like, we had a great walk. I mean, it was
I
a
twisted
tough
my
walk.
knee a little bit about
Yeah.
the second step in,
Yeah.
which healed up pretty quick. But for that
Yeah.
next day or two, it was a little tricky. But that was just my joints getting acclimated to that incline and decline.
Yeah, it takes your legs about, well, y'all too. I mean, y'all basically.
I mean,
do
we're
it.
in shape.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
look at us, we're specimens.
Physical
Yeah.
specimens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was a good walk, and we had good weather that day. That day we had good
I
weather.
very reluctantly, because when the guide said I wouldn't shoot, then you can't shoot, and we walked down a little bit. Fortunately, about another maybe half mile or less down, there was a road that we were able to walk down to get to the.
I guess you could call that a road.
Roadish. It was wet. It rains a lot in New Zealand,
Apparently.
a lot, and we went to the side by side. Now I will say something that I think we'll all agree with a lot. This side by side, their ability to drive them. Like around here, we have fun. We play in the mud and stuff. They confidently will drive, and they have a 200-foot vertical drop off right there.
They don't even look at it.
And they don't. No, it doesn't bother them.
don't
They're
give a-
talking to you.
Hell, they're texting and looking.
Oh,
out
yeah.
they're
Or they're
looking.
just
They're
scouting off in the
looking for
distance.
animals and everything.
Yeah.
And if they drive up to an edge to look like over, if they want to hop out and scout, they will always like make sure they're pointing down. They trust their brakes a lot.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
They want the hunters to have a good view.
Yeah,
When they're glassing, you don't have to get out sometimes.
And the whole no kid. I bet 80% of the time, and that's a legit statistic. 80% of the time, you're in a spot to where if the side by side goes out off the road, you're chingalayed.
Yeah.
And so 80% of the time, I have an exit strategy. Like, all right, am I going to jump? Am I going to tuck?
Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
But I'm like, I want to look cool in front of the guides. So I'm just like, be cool, be cool.
How was your first day, Marcus? Because we didn't.
You didn't shoot the first day. You didn't shoot
No,
that day.
we didn't shoot
No,
that
we
day.
didn't.
So I went with Jason. Just backstory for everybody. I went with Jason and the Westmorelands. Me and Hunter went with them.
Yep.
And
So
spent
my
the day
wife and
with
my
them.
son. Yep.
Yep. And we went to a totally different property that I've actually never even been to, and it was awesome.
It was.
Like, I mean, Gary's place is steep. This place is steeper
Yeah.
for sure. There's some big valleys, big hills. Thank God for that grass, though.
Ugh.
I'm with Jason on that
Yeah.
one.
The handholds.
Yeah, but just a completely different look for me, and I'm so glad I went. I mean, but yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of stags, just not what we were looking for.
Yeah. So our first day was had my son there and my daughter. She's 15, my son's 6, and my son was convinced this. You Frank, you talked to him multiple times about shooting wallabies, and my son's never shot an animal.
Yeah.
And he's been wanting to shoot a deer at our ranch for 2 years, and we won't let him because he's 6. I'm like, I want him to work up to it and appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it's like every time somebody comes to the ranch, the first thing he does when he introduces himself is he'll say, "My name's Ash. My mom shot a deer. My sister shot a deer. My dad shot a deer. And I've never shot a deer." Like that's the way he introduces himself to people at the ranch. I've never been allowed to shoot a deer. Well, so we're going to shoot these wallabies. This was the plan. And then kind of on the way there, I'm over here researching what Gary's got available. And I see these rams on its website. And these are beautiful, big, woolen. When I say beautiful, they're so ugly. They're pretty.
Yeah.
They're impressive.
There's something about them that's
Yeah.
just there's beauty in the ugliness, whatever. But they're really woolly. And I was like, I think, and so we get there, we meet our guides, Bo and Jackson. And I tried to explain to him who Bo Jackson was. They had no clue.
See,
Nothing.
you could say
And
Bo knows, like that reference just
I
shoots right.
tried. I made a few jokes, and they just like, no, they kept staring off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't dry or anything. They just didn't get Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was like, hey, we can get Ash on a ram. And he's like, yeah. So I tell Ash, hey, we're going to go hunt a ram. And his eyes light up. He's like, freaked out of the idea that he's going to get to go hunting. He's been talking this huge game that he's going to shoot something, and he wants to do it because everybody else has done it. So we
And here, for those of you, if you could imagine what I would imagine Ted Nugent out at 6 years old.
Yes.
Like that level of live Gonzo. Let's
Intense.
go.
Yeah.
This is Ash.
Freaking-
And his mouth is telling you about it the whole time.
Yes,
God bless him.
constantly.
And so he's pumped up. He's going to do it. And then when I tell him that morning, hey, we're going to go do this. And he's like excited, but like he turns white. Like I can tell he's very nervous. He's very scared. He's never killed an animal other than a frog, which he told Michael Waddell about later on. I was like, Ash, you got to stop talking, man. You're saying
Take a
too
breath.
much.
Bud. Take a breath.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
So he's ready to go. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do it. And like we talked about it, he's like, this is what I want to do. I want to kill this animal. I want to kill my first animal. I'm going to kill a ram. I'm pumped. So we get him out there. Jackson and Bo are awesome. We go scouting around. We find a couple rams. We get set up on them at about 150 yards. It's too far for him to shoot. I just don't want to shoot.
Yeah.
So he gets kind of on the gun. He knows he's not shooting. He's all cool. He's making jokes.
I was there on that one.
Yeah, he's
That
kind of
was
making
that-
jokes. And
That
he's
was
like,
that evening.
yeah. And then we get him kind of set up closer on some rams. And he gets up on the gun and he's fixing, and he finally gets it in the crosshairs. And he starts making excuses why I can't shoot. And I'm like, I'm starting to read the room here. He doesn't want to kill the animal, which is cool to me too.
Yeah.
And so we kind of pull him aside, talk to him like, hey man, I'm proud of you. You don't have to shoot him. And he's like, but I want to. And he's kind of crying because he doesn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So that first day we hunt, we get on those rams probably 3 or 4 times. He doesn't pull the trigger, which again, Jackson's awesome with him, the guide. He was like encouraging him. Again, you don't have to, but if you want to, do it. So me and Ash had a little talk that night. I'm like, look, dude, if you tell me you want to do this tomorrow, I'm going to push you a little bit more. And he's like, Dad, I want you to push me. And I was like, oh, okay, he's got the fire in him.
So awesome.
So we end up not shooting anything that afternoon, but we got him on some good rams. We called it practice, great practice. We got on a bunch. And so, yeah, so then the next day we wake up. I guess we're moving on to the next day. And
Might as well.
yeah,
I think we talked about it that evening.
Yeah.
We had a moment. Or
Yeah.
It might have been that day that I think if your kid doesn't have that little bit of reluctance or in the back of their mind, that's when And we're back. And we spent the last 5 minutes of the commercial break trying to figure out what we did on the days, even though our wives made us an awesome
These
outline.
beautiful outlines.
They're
Thank you,
fantastic.
Kristen.
They,
It'd be cool if we could all
I'm
read.
putting my readers on. So I'm trying to follow this. 'Cause I know I'm skipping out.
I think we done skipped all around.
we have, even with an outline.
Yeah.
We're a little slow. So anyways, what we're leading in before commercial break is Lainey.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your 15-year-old daughter.
Yes, 15-year-old daughter who's hunted with me at the ranch, and she shot multiple decent deer. She shot one nice whitetail last year. She's really proud of it.
And you want to talk about a personality that when you walk into a room, like the sunshine personality, make you smile. That's her.
Yeah.
And
She's fairly quiet. If she doesn't know you, she's super quiet.
when she gets excited,
when
about
she
something,
opens
she
up-
gets excited.
when
Yeah.
she opens up.
her whole face lights up when she's happy. And so,
So she was a little trepidatious. She wasn't really all about killing it. Didn't seem
No.
like right when we got there.
she knew she wanted to hunt, but she wasn't sure what she was going to hunt. And I hadn't even told her we were going to hunt her fallow. I was going to have her shoot a sheep, a ram.
Right.
But then the fallow were just so beautiful. Like we saw a couple of times, like, man, this
They have some amazing,
Amazing.
fallow.
yeah.
fallow.
And she's good enough, in my opinion, that like we could go do this. So we can
Yeah.
go do a fallow. So I woke up that day. I was like, Lainey, we're gonna go hunt a fallow. And she just smiled really big. And she's like, really? But I could tell again, nervousness. You know, it was coming over. She was kind of
That's a lot of
quiet.
pressure.
Well, yeah.
That's
'cause
I mean, that's a
you've
lot
got-
of pressure for a man.
Yeah,
much
you got a
less
couple
kid.
guides you don't know.
Right.
Great guys, but super nice, but you don't know them, and you're 15-year-old girl. You know, you go out there and hunt with them. But they took us out. We scouted, saw a few fallows, made a few stalks, and these stalks are like half a mile stalks. Like you're having to do the work, and she's not. She's got a few little physical issues going on, so it wasn't easy for her. But she never complained, which sometimes she complains. But she did it. She was just hiking behind those guys. She fell a few times in the water and laughed about it. It was hilarious.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
We all fell once or twice.
But like her mood was just positive, and
That's
that's
good.
and and so like she hung in there, and finally we were kind of starting to head back. We were fixing to come back in for lunch, and we spot some fallows, about 4 or 5 of them together, kind of on the edge of a little gully, which is like a 30, 40 foot drop into this gully, and they're starting to walk up out of the gully, and one gets to the top, and we stop, and the guides are great. I mean, they got her out of the side by side. They stalked her up there for about 100 yards. They got set up with their glass and their little videoing on their glass.
Oh, you gotta love that.
No,
they're
they do
so good
such
at that.
a good job of video.
Yeah, we got some
And,
amazing videos.
And they're looking at it, they're like, do you want to look at it? And I'm like, is it a good one? They're like, it's a good one. It's there. So she gets set up on it. It's about 120-yard shot. And Lainey is like really good. Like, I don't understand what she has in her, but when she goes to shoot, like I watch her barrel, it goes from shaking to just like steady.
Hyper focus.
She goes
so
into
awesome.
this mode, and the guys are kind of looking at me, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, no, she's got this.
The zone.
And she pulls the trigger with a 223 at 120 yards, put it right in the heart of that fallow. And he goes to kind of like staggering around and starts losing his feet. And I was watching the video of it later. It's so cool. You can just see him kind of losing his feet. And then he goes and stumbles down the little gully into the bottom down there. I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck because Lainey's gonna need because we're so excited. We're taking pictures of her smiling. She's hugging mom. Everybody's pumped. The guys are smiling. And I'm like, but he's down in that gully.
He's down in that hole, guys.
Yeah.
Y'all see where it
And
is, right?
I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to get her down the gully excited? But she was just pumped through it the whole time. She got to the edge of that gully, and I told Lane, I said, we're going to have to go down there. And she said, okay. And she starts going down there right behind the guides, and we walked all the way down there. The guides were great. They set her up for pictures. I start taking a couple pictures with my phone, and Jackson's like, hey, mate, do you mind if I take the pictures? And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I consider myself okay with pictures, but like Jackson's like, okay. So he takes my camera or my phone, and he takes like the best poses. Like this is his wheelhouse because Gary has taught these boys how to take pictures.
Really good pictures.
I will say
Yeah.
the one thing I stole from them, I'm going to use it back home, is that damn tent spike with the rope.
Oh, that was cool.
That was
That's-
freaking brilliant.
Yeah, that
So
was well
for
utilized.
everybody that doesn't understand what I'm talking about, a lot of times these kids or women or hell, even grown men, especially when you're messing with like a big red stag and elk, something heavy, you have a hard time holding the head at
Because you're awkwardly
good-
positioned, kind of sitting on the ground with your
Yes,
legs going
and
along their
you're
backbone.
trying to reach way out,
yeah.
and the thing weighs, good God, 60, 70 pounds sometimes. And what they do is they take a little tent spike and they put a piece of rope on it, and they wrap the rope around the horn and take the tent spike and like push it in the dirt at a perfect angle where the head will stay without touching it. And I'm like, that is so freaking smart.
Yeah, you can take pictures, walk away from, reposition,
Yeah.
kind of get your.
Dude,
you know,
even
great.
some of the pose, like they don't, like the what they call the moose pose with the fallow. I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw mine where I'm sitting.
Oh
with the
yeah, you're
legs.
sitting behind it.
Brilliant. Like
Yeah.
they put a lot of thought into
it shows
it.
off the horns.
The problem is when we do it, and they're in the hunt, and you take your own pictures and stuff. You've got so much adrenaline flowing. You do a horrible job.
Oh yeah.
Even when you try to do a great job.
Yeah.
Or if it's your kid, I get more pumped about my kid shooting something. So
Yeah.
I'm shaking more than he is.
Yeah.
The photos suck. So these guys, fantastic photos, which will memories of lifetime. With really, really good photos.
Right.
But Laney's pumped, and then she helped drag it out.
Well, no, she got. she helped get down there for the pictures, and again, the guide's amazing. She smiles from ear to ear. Take a lot of good pictures. They just bust out. They put on their belts with their 3 knives per belt.
Yep.
These guys look like butchers working in my shop. They just suit up and then they go to town on caping this thing out, and it's impressive how fast they work.
Yeah.
And clean, and they're not leaving any meat on the skin because they tell you the guys back at the camp will complain about them putting meat on the skin.
Yeah.
And they're quick and they're efficient, and in no time they had that thing caped out and put it on their shoulders, hiked it up to the top, and it was just. I mean, the service was great. It was amazing.
Yeah.
She had a blast. She loved it. We're riding back to the house, and like as much as she wanted to hunt and was excited about it, like her comment was, "So I don't have to hunt anymore this
No,
week."
she's got a wide open schedule now.
Yeah, and she was
can do
so
whatever
pumped,
she
like
wants.
she relaxed and like the pressure was off. She was so
Yeah.
excited about what she just did, but she was so excited about not having to go through that again. So like she was so happy, and it had the best next few days of just chilling and going with us, riding around, scouting,
Enjoying Gary's
you know.
hospitality, which is the next level, as we've said repeatedly. Well, I'm going to go off the timeline that the girls made us,
Yeah.
because
let's do that.
even if it's not right,
It's close.
It's probably
It's
more
close.
right than we remember it.
Yeah.
So we get back at, well, I guess a little after lunchtime, around lunchtime.
Is that right?
Are you on day one still?
I'm
I don't know
going
what
by
day we're doing.
segment 3 right here. What they wrote for us.
So they're just calling
Paragraph
this day 2.
3A4 69.
Segment 3, the hunting starts. Day 2, right after
You're a
Lady
page
finding
ahead.
success with a fallow. Afternoon action. Gary tells Trio they're going on helicopter and gives beds.
Oh yeah. So
Works
we
them
okay. So this is a good one. This is a good one. So
You gotta lock in
So
just for this.
Marcus and Laney, They shot the fallow that morning, and I was with Jason at this other property. And arguably, the weather's kind of been up and down. And this day, the weather was like beautiful. It was nice. It was sunny, light breeze. I'd say it warmed up in maybe the low 60s. It's a great day. Well, there was another family in our group. Great people.
Wade, Rachel, Peyton.
Yep.
Awesome people. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
They went helicopter hunting that morning.
Yes. So we get back to the lodge for lunch, and we're eating lunch, and Gary kind of looks at us and he goes, "Hey, don't eat a lot."
Oh, I had a beer, and he's like, "Don't drink that."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I opened a beer too, because I was thinking like, oh, cool, we'll just chill around here this evening and like, maybe go look at some stags over here or something like that. And so we're on vacation, right? And he's like, "Hey, guys, no more beers. Like, put the beers down." And I'm like, "Okay, are we in trouble?"
yeah. What do we do?
Yeah. And he goes, if we have time, he goes, we're gonna take Wade and them up first,
Yep.
and if we have time with the helicopter, we're gonna get you 3 guys on it. Well, I turned ghost white, and I told Gary, I was like, I'm not going.
And the night before, I had told Gary, I'm not going on a helicopter.
Yeah.
As cool as I think it would be, it's a little too sketch. Like, because
And as nice as Gary is, he's just gonna nod and smile. In the back of his head, he's going, "Yeah, mate, you're going.
You're going.
These guys,
You're going.
Like, when I say these guys, his pilot Pete is
God.
all out.
He's
like
so
through
cool.
these mountains, best of the best. Like,
Yeah.
it just.
Hold on, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So anyhow, we
me
get
nervous
back,
talking about it now.
and he's like, "Here, take these Dramamine." Kristen was in charge of the Dramamine, number 2. And so we start popping these freaking Dramamine.
And we're told we have like an hour and a half.
Yes, that's what we were told.
Their trip's
We
back
have
in
an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You don't need binoculars." Like, we're taking all this clothing off.
You take your jackets off. Don't eat your jackets. Don't.
Yeah,
eat,
we're like, I'll be
you-
honest, the amount of emotion and the anxiety that you have running through your body at this point is through the roof.
And then the most, like, all you could call it is psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Because we're 30 minutes, so we think we still have an hour and a half. 30 minutes in, we hear the chopper coming back.
And I'm waiting for my Dramamine to kick in.
Yeah,
Like, I have a
just-
time schedule that I'm on with this Dramamine. I need it to work.
And we're nervous. We're
Chopper's
talking,
coming back.
Talking crap. Like, we're all like,
Yeah.
we're trying to pump each other up, but you can tell.
And I'll be honest, the wives are loving it.
Oh, yeah.
They are
Every
loving it. They're freaking laughing their asses off, talking about how big of dumbasses we are and all this stuff, making sure our life insurance is paid up.
They
and-
They were digging it. They knew we
Oh.
were nervous, and they wanted to make sure we were nervous.
So they bring the chopper back. Well,
After half
we
an hour.
didn't know there was only one tar on it, and we're like, "Well, that's weird. Like, where's the other one?" Well, they like touch the chopper down like super freaking quick, and poor Rachel, God bless her, she gets out of the chopper, runs to the front of it, and pukes.
That's the first thing I see when I walk out the
We're
lodge.
all 3 standing there watching this, like, why are we doing
But she's
this?
very happy about her life.
Yeah.
But she's puking.
No,
She's
Yeah.
throwing up everywhere, but
Yeah.
she is like, "That was the best thing ever."
I just can't do
and
it.
we're
I'll never
like,
do it. I can't do it again. But
we're
and our eyes are like
We're-
saucer plates. We're like,
What is going on?
what are we
What
doing?
is- what's
Why?
happening
And
here?
then the helicopter takes back off.
yeah. Then it leaves. Then it leaves. Nobody else gets off but her.
And she's sick for
A minute.
a minute.
Yeah.
And I think the girls went in and got her some water and stuff. And then
Yeah.
she walks in and comes back and that Rachel style. She walks out with like a cocktail. And she's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, but don't drink or eat a lot.
No.
Like, that's for real. Take an extra Dramamine." And so
We're asking Rachel questions. She's in there trying to explain
yeah.
it to us, and she doesn't have words. She's like,
she
I
can't
don't-
describe it.
She's trying real hard, and we're trying to get answers. We're like, no, we have no clue what's fixing to
Yeah.
happen still.
Which we figured out later why she couldn't describe.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So the chopper comes back, and they actually turn the chopper off, and Gary gets out, and he starts giving us what would you call it? Not a safety briefing.
Commands.
There you go.
Yeah.
The
Like
beginning of the
organized-
commands.
Organized commands.
Yeah.
And he's nice about it. He's and
Stern.
I understand his reasoning for it. Absolutely. Because, there's rotors, there's freaking
Mountain.
a freaking helicopter, and mountains and firearms and all the things. So he is very meticulous on, hey, when we touch the chopper down or hovers, they never touch it down. When it hovers, Frank, you sit here. Marcus, you're here. Or Jason was next. You were next to me, right?
I was in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, because we determined Marcus is going to shoot first. And so he was on the outside of the chopper. Gary was very specific. I touch the gun. I will hand it to you. It'll be on safe.
We'll find the animal.
Yeah.
We'll move in.
Yeah. If he determines it's a good one to go after, that type of deal. And again, we're all very, I don't know how y'all felt, but I was still very nervous. I was like, what am I doing? Like this.
Well, he's giving the talk. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of like, you're not really listening.
Yeah. The only thing I grasped was he said when you get out of the chopper, you stand here and you don't move.
Yeah.
Yes.
You make eye
all you
contact
had to
with Pete.
remember, really. He's like,
He's
if you
the pilot.
remember one
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, he
Now
said,
that-
he can
that
see
was-
you.
yeah, I do
we're
remember
good.
that.
And so I was the whole time fixing to get out of this chopper, I'm going over my head. Stand there. Stand there. Stand there. Stand. I didn't. Nothing else.
Nothing
was
else
going to
mattered.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So anyhow, we get in the chopper, we take off, and I'll be honest, I was expecting the fly out to be a lot rougher than what it was.
It was very
I
smooth.
thought it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was so freaking beautiful, and like I don't know if you can put it in words.
It's breathtaking.
Well, you fly
we
up this
act-
valley for
Yeah.
probably 20 minutes, maybe
At
tops,
least,
15
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
And then you just hit this rock face.
Yeah.
And then you go up the rock face.
Yeah.
You
You're
rock
kind
and
of looking
roll.
at it, and you're
Yeah.
like, now what?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going up
Those
and
are
over.
knife edges
Got
up
it.
there. We're going to go up there.
Yeah.
So I was really nervous until we got about 40 feet off the ground, where I realized, like, it's Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if anything happens,
This is
ain't,
it.
ain't nothing I can do about it.
Nope.
So might as well enjoy it. And it went from nerves to kick-ass adrenaline.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
just overload.
Yeah.
Adrenal glands just 110%.
And you're wearing, so you have a headset on, and it has a little microphone on it, and that's the only way you can communicate to each other.
Yeah.
You can hear everything pilot says, Pete, which he's basically like, to me, he was like Maverick.
Oh, yeah.
That dude did not give a damn.
He knows every inch of that helicopter
Dude.
and how close he can maneuver everything. And,
And it was impressive how well like him and Gary worked good together.
They did.
Like they
Oh,
talked
yeah.
very little, but like they
understood
dialed
each
in.
other,
Like they
yeah.
would point, they'd nod, and then they would move on to the next. Or
Yeah.
something. They were just
And I don't think we said it. This is, if you're our age, not your age, but a little older, if you're in your 40s, there was a TV show called Airwolf. That's the helicopter that touches. This isn't like a rinky-dink. No. This is a
No.
for real, like, legit, could be weaponized
Yeah.
type helicopter.
yeah.
And secretly in the back of my mind, I just have CCR going off.
Oh, yeah.
Just the whole
Fortunate
time. Like
son,
I'm looking
nonstop.
for
It's that intro
Charlie.
to every war movie where all the buddies are looking at each other like
dude.
nodding,
Yeah.
like this is
Oh.
cool, but you're still
Lock and
freaked
load.
out,
Yeah.
and you have no clue what's
Yeah.
fixing to happen. But
So
you're
anyhow,
like, it's cool.
I don't even remember how. I was just like still kind of taking everything in at this point. I mean, we're probably 20, 25 minutes into like checking every crevice on this freaking massive mountain.
And he really
And-
said, he's like, hey, we're in the area where we might start seeing activity.
Yes.
To where we could set it down and move in on them. So keep your eyes open. And
Yeah.
easier said than
No, I'm just trying.
Good
I'm just trying not
Lord.
to throw up.
Yeah.
I'm staring straight. Man.
Marcus is like,
Yeah.
y'all tell me if you see something because I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not looking out.
Because Georgia, which is Gary's daughter, and Rachel both just said, look forward. Just that's all you can do to keep from
Yeah.
getting sick. Just look out the front glass.
Well, I felt. I'll be honest. I think the adrenaline took over
Yeah.
when he started dipping and diving that helicopter. And only thing that was playing through my head was, okay, I need to help him find this because otherwise this is just going to
It's
continue.
gonna go forever.
And like,
This is really enjoyable, but the sooner it's over, the better chances.
I
my
mean,
chances of
and
survival.
you're like, it's cold, but like I'm hot and sweating the whole time. Well, anyhow, I feel like we checked like quite a bit of this one side of this mountain, and he kind of flew across a valley, and all of a sudden they were like, oh, there's chamois.
Which we're in a spot where he said we're probably not going to see any chamois.
Yeah, he
He's like
did
not
say
many
that.
chamois.
He did say
we're,
that.
We're tar hunting.
And they were like perfectly on this. Like, I'll never forget that rock outcropping. The only thing I wish I would have done, I wish I would have taken better video because when I mount that sucker, I'm going to recreate that. But they basically peeled the chopper off very quickly.
very quick.
And Gary gets on the radio and he says, okay, Marcus, take your headset off. That was it.
Yeah. Headset comes off, seatbelt. I need help with that because my headset's all wrapped up.
That's me. And I figured if I was in your place, because you get like discombobulated, you're trying to get all your stuff, and it happens. When I say this happens quick because when Gary says it's time to go,
you got 2 minutes at most.
At most.
You just listen to instructions and you move.
Yeah.
You feel like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
You do. And you got to think us all, grown men, business owners, not used to but he did it right.
No, he did it. He got him out and
he got me out of the chopper.
So,
I think he pulled you out.
He pulled me out.
Again, the chopper has not landed.
No landing.
You are jumping basically out with a little boop right there.
So we saw this chamois, and he's in this little knife edge bowl, which is probably the size of the shop here. And he's just in there with another one. And we get out of the chopper, we jump out of the chopper, and we got to walk up to the edge of this little knife edge, and we have to crawl over the top to look down into the bowl to see the chamois. And so we get over there, and Gary gives me the gun. He's like, there's one in the chamber. It's on safety. We're going to get up here. You're going to crawl to the top, shoot that chamois. So we get up to the edge of it, and we crawl over the top, get to the top, and I start to put my head up to see it, and Gary grabs my head and shoves it down. He goes, no, mate. He used some other words. He goes, get up. He said, pull the gun up and shoot it. And I was just, I didn't know what look. So he throws my head down. He tells me to get my gun up first. So I leave with my gun, and I pull up, and that chamois is like 20 yards sitting there away from us, staring straight at us.
Wow.
And it takes like a little stutter step towards us, like a little intimidation step. Yeah. And Gary's like yelling at me, shoot, shoot, shoot. And I shoot, and I think I clean miss it. I'm like, well, that was weird. Okay, I missed it. And he's like, shoot it again. So I shot 2 more times. And I know the next 2 shots, I shot 3 foot over the back of him, 20 yards. And then Gary looks at me, he goes, you got him, mate. Good job. And I'm like, I don't think I hit him. He goes, no, you hit him. And he radios the pilot, and the pilot's like, yeah, no, we see him down there in the cracks. Like, you nailed him on the first shot. But it was just like so intense, you had no time to think. All you could do is do exactly what Gary tells you to do. And success was there. He made it work. It's
nuts. Yeah, and mind you, Jason and I are still in the chopper. That it looks like we're like 80 yards from him, but I'm pretty sure we were a little further than that. But they basically backed the chopper up, and we have this like beautiful bird's eye view of, we can see Marcus, the rock outcropping, and then the chamois over here across. It looks like a little valley, and then we see the shot, we see the impact and everything, and I knew as soon as he shot the first time, like, oh, he smoked him. And we literally watched the chamois die right there in a little rock. It looks like a little V basically in the rocks. And they touch the chopper back down. We all hop out of the chopper.
Help pull it out.
Yep.
Walk over there. And that's you and I's first time putting our boots on the ground on the mountain.
Yes. Super cold. Holy crap.
It was.
Yeah, it was cold.
We were
Oh
well
my
above the tree
God.
line.
Well, you've got the downdraft from the helicopter.
Yeah.
Just
There's
pulling air
that,
down.
but that air up there is a lot thinner.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing that hit me. It was I'm gonna say 30 degrees colder than what we left the lodge.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was freezing, obviously, but it was really freezing. It was cold.
Yeah. So we're all we take our pictures and everything, and I mean, we're all just like, what just happened? There was like, what is going on? Like, what are we doing? I mean, I just remember being like so dumbfounded. Like, what had just took place?
And by the time you start realizing what happened, Gary's grabbing you.
Oh yeah, it's
and
time to
telling
go
you get
again.
back in the chopper. We've got more to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're
not done.
So then they throw the chamois in the little. There's like a little, I don't know, what was that, a cubby or something? I don't know.
A sled.
Yeah, we'll go with a sled. So they put the chamois in there because it's not a big animal, and
It was huge.
Yeah,
It's like a side saddle.
It was the biggest chamois I've ever shot.
It's a side saddle for a
It's a
helicopter.
massive chamois, biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Only one I've ever seen.
And he almost
It looks huge to me. I don't know.
It was massive.
So he's coming right for you. He's massive.
Yeah, he
So-
was going to charge.
Then we take off, and he's like, "Okay, let's go find some tar," And were you up, Jay?
No,
You were
he
one
left me
passenger.
up.
You were second.
No, he kept me up. He kept me up.
Yeah,
on
that's
the-
right. He kept him.
I thought I was going to
That's
get in,
That's
and
right.
like I was going to switch with you,
Yeah,
but
but
no,
he didn't
Gary's like,
allow
no, now we're getting your tar. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yes.
all right, Gary, let's do this. So
Yeah.
puts me back in the shooter seat.
Yep.
So off we go on to another adventure, and they at this point they find the tar. It feels like 10 minutes. It might have been 20. I don't know. Time doesn't
Time's
really.
weird up there.
Very.
Yeah, because of the adrenaline and how quick
Yeah,
everything
and
is moving.
now we kind of are like, okay, I kind of get what we're doing a little bit. So like, let me really look. I know Marcus is still like, he's not looking.
No. I don't even-
I was looking.
I don't even know
Jason,
what we're hunting for
I
at
was
this
looking.
point.
Yeah,
we were
I
looking.
was.
Yeah.
I realized I wasn't going to get motion sick or anything.
No, I did too. I was good. My adrenaline was way too high. And
Yeah.
anyhow, so they spot this tar and
Gary yanks me out of the helicopter.
Yeah,
Kind of the same
it
thing.
does. A lot of the same.
Goes
And
from
he-
way up in the clouds, or not
Yeah.
clouds, but way up in the sky down to poop in just an eighth of a second.
Oh,
You're
it was
on.
incredible.
Yeah.
You're
And
up.
he gets me out and he says, right there, he's going to come over that little hill right there because he'd been kind of running down the mountain. He hands me the gun and I swear he says, rack it. But I think what he said is it's already racked, like it's ready to go. So I go to eject a shell to rack it. And he's like, what are you doing? He said, you got to shoot. And I look up and I'm chambers open. Tar's sitting there at 80 yards up the hill looking at me. And he's over there yelling at me because, Gary's going to give really firm instructions fast. I rack it back, throw it off safety, and I shoot. And again, I think I missed it. Same deal. And I swear I missed it. And Gary's like, shoot him again. So we shot like 2 more times. I'm not bragging, but I hit him on the first shot evidently.
Nice.
Again. At 80 yards freehand up a mountain. But yeah, and Gary's patting you on the back. He's like, good job. And I'm like, I still don't even know what just happened. I don't know if I killed him. He's like, no, you got him.
So then they set us off, but this time it's a little different. So apparently Pete, I wasn't even paying attention. I was actually watching Marcus shoot the tar when we were in the helicopter, but apparently Pete was like already spying other ones.
While he was out? Yeah.
Yeah. And they touch the chopper back down and Gary gets us. We all get out of the chopper because we're like, oh, we're going to take photos and then we'll go find another one is what we're thinking. No, that's not what happened. So they drop us off and he tells us, get back in the chopper. Well, I'm following orders. So I'm like, oh, well, I got to get him first. I don't know if Gary's played professional football.
He played for All Blacks.
Apparently, I guarantee you. Yeah. So I go to get him first. Marcus is right behind me. He shoves me in the face, shoves
stiff
past
arms.
me.
Like a Heisman stiff arm.
And shoves Marcus out of the way. With his other hand, he grabs Jason around the neck, collar, and puts him in the chopper.
And he turns around to us and is like, puts both hands up and just like yells, wait.
Wait.
You can't hear anything. You see him
you
yell,
can't
wait.
see anything.
Yeah.
And he takes off, and I'm like, what just happened? And Marcus goes, funniest thing I've heard. He goes, I don't know what just happened, but I loved it.
Yeah, no clue what was happening.
So this is the point where I realize that your seatbelt, getting it on, is way more important than your headset.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't need your
Because
you don't need your
they
headset.
take off quick and
Very.
they don't like stay level. They start going sideways. So I'm sitting there
Doors
scrambling to
open,
get my
everything.
shit open,
Yeah.
Because I don't want to free fall 500,000 feet.
Weird.
Yeah. And
Well, they throw Jason in the helicopter, and they take off, and me and Frank are
And
sitting
lead
on the
on it.
mountain, going, have no clue what's fixing to happen.
No.
Where's he going? What's he doing?
35 miles back in the mountain to 12,000 feet.
And we're just standing there together with a dead tar.
Yeah, with a dead tar. We're like, well, this is cool.
we take
I don't-
pictures?
Yeah, what do we do? What do we do with my hands? What do we do
Yeah,
with
we have
my
no
hands?
clue.
I just, if God forbid anything would have happened to the helicopter, I mean, y'all, you poor guys.
I had to crawl inside the cavity of that tar for the night.
Yeah, it would have got weird. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Marcus
And y'all can watch us.
So we see them set y'all off, and we're having this conversation like, where's the tar? Like we
couldn't
can't
see
even
it.
see it. It's such a
Well,
deep valley.
That made both of us had something in common at that
Yeah.
point. So I'm out again. Gary's, he's go.
yeah.
And he asked because you'd hand me a pocket full of bullets before and you showed him, and it was like 8 bullets. And he's like, is that enough? And I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, I can shoot. So we get there, and I think Gary does a lot of this. It's to mess with people. He enjoys watching people
Probably.
get flustered.
Probably.
Because he's like, where's the bullets?
Yeah.
And the way I had understood it is the magazine was loaded. Like, we were ready to go. I just needed to rack one. He said, where's the bullets? And I'm like, and I got 8 layers of clothes on, and they're in pockets somewhere. So I'm finding for them, like looking everywhere. And finally he said, don't worry about it. Just rack one and shoot. I'm like, it's loaded? 'Cause
Yeah.
I've lost 30 seconds.